Some people who just control enormous amounts of wealth.
Wealth inequality. The growing gap between rich and poor Americans. Get this, the richest 1% controls more wealth now than at any time in more than a half century.
Oh, world's population has reached 8 billion. But what if we downsize these 8 billion people into 100 people? How would the world look like? Let's find out in this video. Our world is a home for more than 8.7 billion living species, and still 80% of the species is yet to be discovered. And the humans or Homo sapiens are one of them, and we must be grateful that we are the most advanced, we are the most intelligent, most developed species on earth. There are a lot of people in this world, and visualizing 7.8 billion people is a very difficult task. So let's simplify the task and let's shrink these 7.8 billion people into 100 people and know our world more betterly. Let's create an imaginary world of 100 people. There would be 50 men and 50 women in our 100 people society. 25 people would be children under the age bracket of 14. 66 people would be adults in the age bracket of 15 to 64. And only 9 people would be of the age 65 and above. In our world of 100 people, 60 people would live in Asia itself, 15 from the whole Africa, 10 would hail from Europe, 9 people would live in South America, and only 5 of the 100 people would live in North America. You may be or may not be wondering about the Australians. See, Australia, including New Zealand plus all its neighboring island countries, does not even account to 1 in a 100 people world. Our 100 people would follow many religions. 31 would follow Christianity, 23 would follow Islam, 15 would follow Hinduism, 7 would follow Buddhism, and rest all the different religions would be followed by 8 people. And rest 16 people would not identify themselves as followers of any of the above religions. 19 of these people would be Chinese, 18 of these people would be Indians, 5 would be Americans, 3 would be Brazilians, 2 would be Russians, and rest 54 people would be citizens of 187 different countries. Only considering people's mother tongue, 14 would speak Mandarin or Chinese, 13 would speak English, 9 people would speak Hindi, 8 Spanish, 5 Arabic, and rest 51 people would speak more than 7,000 different languages. 86 people would know how to read and write. And yet still 14 people are illiterate. 92 people have access to clean and safe drinking water, but still 8 people do not have any kind of facilities for safe drinking water. 62 people would be fit, fine, healthy. 26 people would be overweight, and out of these 26, 8 would be super duper obese. 11 people would be malnourished, and literally 1 person would starve every day. 66 people would have the capacity of buying healthcare to themselves, but 33 people would not even have the capacity to buy daily medicines. 21 people do not have adequate housing facilities to accommodate themselves against the natural elements like rain, sun, etc. 1 person would be homeless, and rest of the people would have great homes to protect themselves. 54 people currently live in cities, and 46 people would currently live in villages. 91 people are either fully employed or underemployed, but still 9 people are unemployed. 15 people would own any kind of vehicle, rest 85 people do not. 80 people own a smartphone and 20 people do not. But shockingly, only 42 people have the access to internet. I wonder what are the 50% of the population doing with the smartphones without internet? Let's guess in the comments. Sounds confusing, right? Wait. The real facts are about wealth distribution.
Some people who just control enormous amounts of wealth.
Wealth inequality. The growing gap between rich and poor Americans. Get this, the richest 1% controls more wealth now than at any time in more than a half century.
71 people have a net worth of less than $10,000, and 12 people out of 71 live in less than $2 per day. 21 people have a net worth of $10,000 to $100,000. 7 people have a net worth of $100,000 to $1 million. And only 1 person has a net worth of $1 million or more. This 1 person is not so poor. that $1 million mark is a pretty vague number. In reality, this one person holds 50% of the world's wealth. Next 9 people own the world's 35% of the wealth. 12% of the wealth would be possessed by 20 people. And to sum up, only 30 people own the world's 97% of the wealth. And for the vast majority of 70 people, there is only 3% of the wealth left. This is the harsh reality. So let's now summarize the video. Excluding the gender ratio, most of the things in our world are unequal. Lastly, the question arises: if the world had only 100 people, would we still fight for borders? Would people still follow violence? Would people still spread hate? Would people still fight among themselves? Would people treat others unequally? Or would fight more and more harder for equality and thrive for a good society? We should ask ourselves.